Hi, everyone, and welcome to another Tribe Forex Power Hour. I am Marcello, and with me here is Nino, FX Trader. Hi, Nino. Are you there?
Hello, how are you today? Yes, I'm
Great.
here. Can you hear me?
Awesome. I can hear you.
How are you today?
Awesome. It's good to have you on as always. So here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to show you how it works, how we make money in this market. Then we're going to do our daily market analysis, and we're going to cut the tape and do a questions and answers session. So let's go ahead and get started. If you want to know more, if you want to ask questions after the recording, simply go to www.tribeforex.com and you can find Nino or ask myself, Marcello, any questions you have about the market. So this is how it works. Tribe Forex performance curve. Basically, this shows you what our bias is, and I'll get to that in a second, how we have performed as far as our biases are concerned. On this one, this is the euro dollar. It gives us a profit factor of 3.43. That means for every dollar risk, 3.43 dollars were made, and also an 83.5% win ratio. Our formula for success, we do our 5 p.m. market analysis to determine bias. Each night, we use our set and forget it system to take high probability trades. You know, you can join us in the European or New York session to make even bigger profits and also learn how to trade from awesome trader Nino, who's on the line with me today, as I mentioned before. And you know, then you can jump in on some on-the-spot trade alerts if you want to when we do put those on the website. So two ways to execute trades: take a set and forget it trade, or day trade in the direction of our biases using our pods, which is our points of decision for bigger profits. If you have any questions about what those are, you can simply go to tribeforex.com, where we have a course, and you can also ask Nino or myself there on our profiles. Just go to our pages, just like you have Facebook. We also have pages, and we would be glad to answer any questions that you may have. So guys, trading for a living is easier than you think. With simple tools like the reversal candle, clean execution, you can quickly get on the road to success. So let's see what that means exactly. All right, so here's our chart. This is the euro dollar. We're looking at the euro dollar daily here, and what you'll notice here is that I've got some trend lines drawn here, and if you were around yesterday, you would have seen that we made some calls as far as the market was concerned. We had a buy bias here on the euro dollar, and we were looking for, we said if we see any interaction at this trend line that we've drawn in yellow, then we'll look for a sell off of it. Well, we did. We saw some interaction there. You can see here that price is kind of bounced off of this area. It went 23 pips, 24 pips in our direction, and then went against us just 29 pips. So basically, it was pretty much an even day besides the close to the sell side. So you could have gotten some pips out of there. As far as a buy is concerned, the reason why we had a buy is because we had these two reversal candles. Now, mind you, the lows have not been broken as far as these reversal candles are concerned, so anything is possible here. But you know, I personally, and Nino, I believe, if you correct me if I'm wrong here, we look for potentially a bounce off of this 133.67, 133.70 area. Potentially a sell. So we're looking for a sell, maybe a retest of these lower areas again, and then we'll see where price takes us from there going forward. But we'll see what happens there. But I guess we'll have a sell bias for the time being. I really think there's going to be a retest of this area, and these reversal candles haven't been broken yet. So if we get a retest of that 135.70 area, you know, we'll just have to see what happens at that 135.70 area to know where price is going to go next. Is that a fair assessment, Nino?
Marcello, that's
Yes.
really fair assessment. It's real clear. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I think what's going to make a big difference is in the market tomorrow. We have an announcement at 8:30 on unemployment claims, and I think that's going to really kind of decide if the market's going to push up and retest that area, or maybe it breaks that area.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that unemployment claims will definitely have an impact, a strong impact on the direction of the market going forward, because we are in kind of a vacillation, guys. If you look here, the market is essentially, it's buying time. It's in a holding pattern. When you see that there are closes, highs, lows, and closes within a previous candle, this is what we have: 1, 2, 3, 4 bars that are basically in the same on the same latitude essentially, that is a show of vacillation. There's no movement forward, there's no movement back. It's just a vacillation back and forth, and that's what we're witnessing here on the euro dollar. Now, what we're looking for is some form of news to come out that's going to be able to get us out of that holding pattern and potentially get us out of that as a holding pattern or consolidation, and we can see price move up or move down. And I think that our point of decision here is going to be this trend line here at 135.70. So very well said. We'll have to wait and see what comes out for news as far as tomorrow on the U.S. dollar. All right, so the pound dollar. Yesterday we had a buy trade. You can see that I've got my buy in place here. This is actually I just took it to make a point here. This was our strongest pair to look for a buy in because we had broken this trend line. You can see this trend line here in aqua. And basically, I said price may come down, retest that trend line, and then move off. And boy, did it ever. And you can see here I put my money where my mouth is, and we actually did take a trade here. And you'll notice that right here off of that trend line, we had beautiful reversal candles. Big move to the upside here. And you can see I got in right at the reversal candle itself. It's a beautiful move. And it happened right on that trend line. Okay, so that's the kind of trading that you'll do with Nino in the live trade room. This is the pound dollar, and we are at the peak. So this peak that you see, I did not draw this area of support and resistance yesterday or today. This was drawn earlier. So 165.90 is a very strong area of resistance for us, and we're going to have to wait and see what the market does at that point of decision there. But for the time being, I got to be honest with you. I don't want to say that this is a sell. I'm actually between on this one because we have this beautiful move up. We have that followed by a doji here, and then we have price moving down. So I mean, it's actually a perfect setup for a sell because we're right at a 16600 area. So I'm actually going to go with a sell here. As you can see, that price has moved down, and I think that I will look for a sell here. If we do get a retest of that 16600 area, we may see a price buy here. So if you see price past this doji here to the upside, then that will be a buy. Right, for the time being, we've got to consider the pound dollar as a sell. But yesterday, big money we were able to make on the bias, on the buy bias on the pound dollar there. Okay, New Zealand, we also had a buy bias. This was very ambivalent. There was no real direction as far as the market was concerned. Went 20 pips down, 30 pips up. So yes, you did have an opportunity to make profit here to the upside, but there's really nothing to be made across this. You've got a 50 pip range on the day period on the New Zealand, and it's because the market is waiting for something, as Nino pointed out to us. So we're at the bottom of this range here. Okay, we're at the bottom of this trend line. We're bouncing off this trend line here in this pennant, and we've got to see where price wants to go. I mean, it's really at a point of decision here, and the point of decision is really at 82. Looks like 8,300 basically is the point of decision. And at this point, we can see price really drop really hard, or we can see price move up. So we did have a retest here, if you will, of the New Zealand highs, of the previous day's highs, and we're down here at the low side. Now, what do I think price is going to do? I really can't tell you. We're at an apex right now. So because of that, we had this huge reversal candle, but that reversal candle hasn't initiated. I mean, usually when you have something that strong, you see the first day or two, you see price really move, and we haven't seen that here on this big reversal-like candle that we see here. And as a result, I'm ambiguous. I can't look at this candle and use it as a significant point because it's not, the market hasn't reacted to it at all. So we may see a price move up, retest this area, 83.68. This is with the same tune I've been singing all week, or a breakout to the low side, but it stayed well within this consolidation area, this range. And this is pretty much the same tune I've sung for all the currency pairs. And that's what we're seeing. Okay, so the Aussie dollar, turning our attention there. So as far as New Zealand is concerned, I don't have a bias for it, but pound dollar for the time being, I have a sell bias. Euro dollar is currently, I believe, a sell bias is what we said for the time being as well. So let's take a look at the Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar did have price move up, did retest that 88.50 area, didn't back down from it, but closed right on 88.50. That is our area of resistance. So what do we expect? Well, it didn't close above it, it didn't break that area back into it. We could see a buy, we could see price move up, but more likely than not, we're going to have a sell bias here on this Aussie dollar as price continues to move down. Interesting. All right, and besides that, our trade, basically our bias trade, tells us it's looking for a sell on the Aussie dollar as well, so we're going to follow in line with that. Why? Because this thing has a 91.44 win ratio over 700 trades, so I think we'll go with that. So basically a sell bias here on the Aussie dollar, and we're going to move on from there. Dollar CAD really moved up strongly. We still have a buy bias on the dollar CAD. You can see it's already moving off, moving in its direction, wants to continue to move up. So we've got a buy bias on the dollar CAD. Euro yen, buy bias as well. Dollar yen, we also have a buy bias here, as you can see. Pound yen, buy bias as well. Dollar Swiss, sell. So although price is moving up against us on the dollar Swiss here, we may get a retest of that 91.50 area. But we're looking for a sell-off on the dollar Swiss at some point. So we may get a retest. Price will move up 30 or 40 pips or so. Look at this 91.50 area as a point of decision. Look potentially at this 50 EMA as a point of decision as well, which is at 91.66. And we're going to look for a sell-off of that, off of those areas on the dollar Swiss. So to recap, euro dollar, sell. Pound dollar, sell. New Zealand dollar, we don't have a call for that one today. Aussie dollar, sell. Dollar CAD, buy. Euro yen, buy. Dollar yen, buy. And a pound yen, buy as well. Okay, now why do we have a buy on the dollar yen? We do have kind of a trend line going here, but we're bouncing right out of it. Now it could be a retest. Now if we see price interact right here at 104.57, 104.60, we're currently at 104.63. We see, if you go down to the lower time frame and you see that for instance, we have a big breakout here on the 15-minute. If we see price come down and really test this area, close below it, giving us a railroad tracks, then that would be your sell bias. If you see price come down to this point of decision and form a hammer, then you're going to be looking for a buy off of that dollar yen. It's confirming that this is now support. So we're going to be looking at that. But for the time being, dollar yen is a buy. Pound yen also had a very nice strong move up. We've got to look for a buy there on the pound yen as well. And as I said, the dollar Swiss will be a sell, looking at 91.50 for a bounce to the sell side. And that pretty much sums it up. Nino, do you have anything to add to this?
No, not anything to add. Great analysis.
Thank
You're
you.
thinking just like I'm thinking.
All right, so guys, thank you very much for checking us out at tribeforex.com. If you're not a member already, join tribeforex.com. It's a free community of traders, and you'll be able to ask us questions about our daily analysis, which you obviously are getting for free. And you can also join us in the trade room. Nino's going to be in there tonight, Thursday morning, 1 a.m. Eastern Time, from 1 to 3 a.m., and he's going to be back in there from 8 to 10 a.m. For the New York session. So we've got the European session covered 1 to 3, and the New York session covered 8 to 10. You want to make some money? Come in there and take trades with the big boys. So we look to see you there, www.tribeforex.com. It is a free membership for you to come in and for you to be a part of the Tribe Forex family. All the best. Bye-bye.